Forgive those who insult you, attack you, belittle you, or take you for granted. But more than this, try to forgive yourself for allowing them to hurt you. Hi everyone, I am your trainer Namita and you're watching Skillfident with Namita. And today in this video, I am going to tell you how to deal with those people who either hurt you or insult you or make you feel inferior. In daily life, it happens with all of us. Whether you're studying in school or college, whether you're working, your colleagues might be like that. Sometimes your subordinates don't listen to you. Sometimes your seniors are like that. Your bosses are making your life very difficult. In relationships within your family, there are situations when you feel insulted. How to deal with these situations? Well, I'm going to first talk about why people do that to you. Why do people hurt you? There is a reason behind this, and then we'll move on to talking about how to actually deal with the insult, with the hurt. Now, why these people insult us? Try to understand the psychology behind it. There is a sort of inferior complex in certain people. They have their own insecurities, or they probably lack confidence, and that is the reason they try to pull other people down. Their own complexes and their own low confidence is not letting them do all they wish to do. So when they look at you doing something good in your life, they would try to insult you so that you are also not able to perform well in your life. Or it can be they are simply jealous of you, but the reasons behind jealousy are the same, their own complexes. They are jealous of your achievements, they are jealous of your status, they are jealous of your work, the job that you're into, they are jealous of your happiness, your relationships, your wealth. It can be anything that they're jealous of. There is one major reason that some people lack empathy. These people cannot feel the pain the other person is feeling. Most of us who are emotional can actually go through the same emotions what the other person is feeling. We can feel the pain, but people who lack empathy are the one who insult others because they cannot feel how bad they're feeling at the moment. And the last reason can be that these people are not happy people. They are not self-sufficient. Whatever they are doing in their life is not making them happy, or they're not putting enough efforts. They are simply lazy. They don't want to do anything in their life, and that is the reason they're trying to stop you to do what you are doing as well. So when you know that there is something wrong with them, not you, that is the reason they're insulting you, it will be easy for you to deal with all these things, right? So now let's straight away get into how to deal with these people who constantly try to hurt you by insulting you, by belittling you. How to actually respond to such situations. Now, the first thing I would say that don't jump into, insult them back. The first thing that will come to your mind would be, let me do the same. Let me say some harsh words to them. Let me just give it back to them. You, because are a wise person, try to be mindful of your response. Whenever you are about to respond with some negative comment, stop yourself. You are not them. You're not going to do that. Take a deep breath before responding to their insult or their very harsh words. Don't try to be like them. This is what is making you different from them. So be mindful of your responses, and the very first step is going to be stepping back. Control yourself, hold your emotions for that moment. And after that, the one thing which I want you all to do is don't start blaming yourself. It is a very natural phenomena that happens when someone is insulting us, someone is blaming us for the things which we haven't done, that we start blaming ourselves. We feel that it is our mistake. We immediately feel that we deserve negativity just because the other person is throwing it on us. No, you don't deserve this negativity. I told you it is something wrong with them. Nothing is wrong with you. Something which they are not being able to deal with. Their own personal issues, their own negativity inside is what they are spitting out on you. So don't start blaming yourself. It is not your fault. Even if you've made a mistake in your office, even if something wrong has happened at your end, doesn't mean that you deserve so much of insult, that you deserve name calling, that you deserve people shouting at you, yelling at you, and making you feel inferior in front of rest of the people. No, nobody deserves it. So don't blame. You just try to be calm at the moment and try to understand that this person comes from a completely different background than yours. You are somebody who is much more understanding than them. That's all I can say. Okay, the next thing. Now, after you have tried to be mindful, after you have actually not started to blame yourself, take a few deep breaths to calm yourself. It's important for you to calm, because right now you might just want to burst out with emotions. You would just want to, break into tears. It's absolutely normal. Yes, it happens to us. When we are hurt, we just want to give a reaction. We all do. But you have to, at this moment, take a few deep breaths and calm yourself down. Because in this situation, it's important for you to control your emotions. I know it is hard, but controlling your emotions will help you feel proud about yourself later. When you will think about the situation, you'll feel good about yourself, that you've actually done something good. So right now, take a few deep breaths. Don't let yourself burst out with either harsh words or with a lot of tears. Don't do that. You are holding back a lot of emotions, and I absolutely understand that. But deep breaths are going to calm you down. It is going to give you a relaxed feeling, and it will give you some time to understand what all is happening right now. We all lose that whole peace of mind when something like this happens. A negative situation is negative for everybody. Somebody being angry at you, shouting at you cannot make you feel good, I understand. But few calm breaths are going to do that for you. Okay, now the next thing. If you are not reacting, if you're not responding, if you're not even crying, if you're not creating a scene in front of other people, you need to simply walk away. Or you can simply avoid them. If there is no place for you right now to walk away, you are on your seat, try to avoid them. If it's not a superior, if it's not a boss, if you can avoid them, do that. As if you're not listening. Don't give them the reaction which they are looking for. Some people are fond of creating a hue and cry about a smaller situation. So your reaction will make them happy because they'll get more chances to blame you. Walk away. For any situation where there is a lot of negativity, the best way is to walk away. Simply walk away. Leave that negative space and move on, or avoid that. Make them feel that you're avoiding them, you're not listening to them. It is something which they're doing to themselves. It's not reaching you. You have that aura, the positive aura, which cannot be touched that easily. The next way is that if the person is close to you, somebody who is a relative or a family member, somebody who you were not expecting something like this, then try to talk to them. Maybe not at that moment, but later on, try to communicate with them and tell them how this whole situation has made you feel. Try to express your views to them. Sometimes we keep our feelings within ourselves. This time when you're genuinely hurt, and if of course there is a condition, if it is easy for you to communicate with that person, then do that. Tell them that you were hurt. It will, if the person is not that negative, it will help them to work on themselves so that this doesn't happen the next time. At least give them a warning that this should not happen the next time. This time you took it easily, but next time you won't. So it's sometimes very important to communicate and express your feelings, your hurt, how you felt at that moment, so that the other person understands and they don't repeat the same behavior, not just with you, but also with somebody else. Okay, last but not the least. This whole situation when people are trying to bring you down, when they are insulting you, when they take you for granted, is not something which happens all the times in one situation only. It can come from anywhere. In your school, a friend of yours can do that. A very close family member can do that. Your boss can do that. So you need to prepare for all of these situations in advance. Life is not that fair. You'll be hurt many times. There would be situations when you will feel that everything is out of control. You cannot really control the whole negativity that is trying to encircle you. Prepare yourself. How? Prepare yourself with self-love and self-care. You need to start prioritizing yourself. You need to start taking care of yourself so that you don't feel underconfident when something like this happens. You have to start building your own self-esteem, and you have to start to know your own worth. As I mentioned before, that nobody deserves such a treatment. Certainly you don't. Start loving yourself instead of expecting other people to love you unconditionally and to value you more. Start valuing yourself. Start loving yourself. I would repeat, self-love and self-care is the key of your self-esteem and your self-worth. It's only in your hands and in nobody else's. So I wish you all the best to deal with all the negativity and to deal with such negative people in your life with a lot more strength. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.